Good afternoon, everyone. Jonathan Davis here with Davis AutoSports. Today we are presenting to you a beautiful Wrangler TJ in excellent condition. This Wrangler is a little bit different than our typical Wrangler that we bring to the market. For many of our subscribers, you guys are well aware that we build all of our TJs here in-house, and they're typically very, very low mileage. This one's a little bit different. This is going to be a more budget-friendly, if you will, sort of TJ. Nonetheless, it is in beautiful, beautiful condition, just like all of our TJs. No matter the mileage or what's done to them, they are going to be in pristine condition, as this one is. Most of what's going to be listed on this TJ in this video and the listing, guys, was recently done by the previous owner within the last 15,000 miles. We have records for a majority of it. What we don't have records for is evident by what's on the TJ. This is in the last 2 years, the vehicle's been completely repainted, and it's a beautiful paint job. It is 2 years old, so there's still going to be some slight imperfections on it. This Jeep was not trailed or off-road. The undercarriage is spotless. The frame is absolutely perfect, as well as the floor pan. Has an old man emu lift. Front and rear bumpers that are in perfect condition. They have no damage whatsoever, no rust, no gouges. Full rear tire carrier with a nice swing out integrated arm that's built into the gate, so when you open it, you don't have to open the swing arm out first. Jeep rides phenomenal on the old man emu shocks. 33-inch Goodyear Kevlar Wrangler tires. It has a worn gas tank shield that's also in perfect condition. Brand new Rampage top with rear tinted windows. We did in-house paint the flares to give it a nice fresh look. The previous owner also redid all your bearings and seals and rings inside the engine. The engine's been completely freshened up. Also had received a brand new rear main seal, valve cover, oil pan, which we have all the records for. That was just recently done. Has an upgraded Champion radiator, a very expensive and very nice upgrade to this TJ. As everyone knows, the 4.0s do run a little hot, so that helps out tremendously. It has a new clutch and flywheel installed on it. This is a gray Jeep, guys. It's a very, very light gray. It's a little bit darker than silver, but sometimes with the aperture of the camera it can appear white. Upgraded headlights. As you see, the bumper is absolutely perfect. There's no gouges. Typically, we would have added a winch and lights to the bumper to keep the cost down. We didn't. We'll be more than happy to do so for the end purchaser. The paint was redone 2 years ago. Overall, it's in phenomenal condition. There's a couple little imperfections and scratches on the hood. Nothing major, a couple little dings. You got an area right here that was worked while it was repainted. That's really the extent. The rest of the paint is in beautiful condition all the way around. Also, when the clutch and flywheel was done, the throwout bearing and all that good stuff was done as well. The Jeep shows 178,000 miles, or excuse me, 173 on the clock, but most of the major components, suspension, all that stuff was done. Also want to add, when the lift was installed about a year ago, the gears were upgraded to a 410 set. We actually opened up the front and rear diff and serviced them as well. So 410 ring and pinion. At that time, the front and rear differentials were fully rebuilt as well, with all the bearings and everything else. The Jeep has perfect engine compression as well as oil pressure. When the engine was opened up, all the components besides the crankshaft and camshaft and pistons were redone, so all the seals, bearings, very, very fresh engine. On top of that, rear main seal, of course, valve cover, oil pan. The frame on this Jeep, and there's a ton of pictures on it as well. Look how smooth it is. Of course, we flat blacked the frame just to give it a nice clean look, but it is absolutely as smooth as can be. And that continues with the control arm brackets, the front of the frame. It is all perfect. We have a ton of pictures of the floor pan. Old man Emu shocks right there for you, but it is just super, super smooth and clean. Jeep has a perfect Carfax report, has never been in an accident of any sort. Perfect history. There's a lot of service records on the Carfax report as well. New top, which is in phenomenal condition as it should be. This rear hitch is super easy to open. You just pop it open. It all opens together. With the high lift here, it's easy to use that as the handle. This Jeep was traded in on a 4-door JK. It's been a lot of money put into this Jeep. Once again, take a look at the frame, guys. There is one ding right there on the hood, I want to point out. The windshield has no chips in it. Fender flares were just painted by us, painted and done the correct way. Guys, we'll be more than happy to put on any accessories on this, different set of wheels, winch, lights, whatever you guys want, but like I mentioned earlier, just to keep the cost down, I just wanted to leave it without that stuff because it can always be added. The underside of this Jeep is very clean. The inside is also very clean. We have a ton of pictures. So as a quick recap, guys, it's a 2000 model Wrangler TJ, has 173 on the clock. Within the last year and a half or so, it has received a completely freshened up engine. None of the crankshaft or camshaft or rods were replaced, but all your bearings, seals, and when I ring your rings as well. So I mean internally, all that stuff was done. The engine right now has perfect compression, has perfect oil pressure. So we have a old man Emu lift, nice set of wheels and tires, front and rear bumper, 410 ring and pinion front and rear, upgraded Champion radiator. The paint and body was redone, new top. This thing drives absolutely perfect as well. We're going to have a video of it driving. I would have zero hesitation to drive this Jeep across the country. We ran it through our shop inspected it thoroughly as we would any of our other Jeeps. I am going to include a 30-day warranty for a peace of mind to any out-of-state buyer that doesn't have the opportunity to come test drive it, and that also includes a local buyer that will be purchasing it as well. You will not find a TJ with these miles this clean, period. Partially because of how well it was taken care of, and also because of all the recent work that was done. I mean, this Jeep shows just as good as any TJ on the market, I can guarantee you that. And that even goes with TJs that we have. I mean, just last week on eBay alone, we sold a 39,000 mile 06 Rubicon, as well as a 71,000 mile TJ. If you guys have any questions, 855-XJ Jeeps. That's 855-955-3377. Thank you.